I saw her walk into the enemy camp with nothing but her bare hands and her beauty. And I saw her return with knowledge that saved our town, but it cost her the thing she loved most. I was young when the attack started. Maybe 13 or 14. We lived in Ile-Ife, and for many years, life was peaceful. We had our farms. We had our festivals. We were proud people. Our king was wise, and our warriors were strong. But even strength has its limit when you face something you don't understand. The people who attacked us came from the forest. No one knew where exactly. Some said they came from the north, others from across the great river. But they didn't come like normal warriors. They wore masks. Made from wood, painted white, with long beards made of dried raffia. Their bodies were covered in dry leaves and bark. They didn't talk. They made strange sounds, like animals. People believed they were spirits. When they attacked, they moved fast. They burned our farms. Took some of our women and children. Killed a few who resisted. Then disappeared like mist. Our warriors tried to fight back, but how do you fight a ghost? One day, they took someone I knew. A boy named Leke. We used to run together in the fields. That morning he went with his mother to the stream, and he never came back. I heard his mother scream until she fainted. That's when I knew this wasn't going to stop. Not unless something changed. Everyone was afraid. Even the elders. The king called several meetings, but no one had answers. We prayed. We gave sacrifices. We sent warriors to patrol. Still, the attackers came. Always when we least expected. Then something happened that no one saw coming. Queen Moremi stood up. She was not just a queen by title, she was a strong woman. She came from a different land, and she had fire in her. The way she walked, the way she spoke, you would know she wasn't like others. That day, she said something no one had the courage to say. She said, "Let me go to them. I will let myself be captured. I will learn who they are." The king tried to stop her. The chiefs too. Even the priest warned her. But she had already made up her mind. The next night, she left the palace. No crown. No servants. Just her in plain clothes, her hair tied, carrying a small bag of food. Some said she was mad. Others called her brave. Me. I didn't know what to think. But I stood there, hiding near the palace gate, watching her walk alone toward the forest. She didn't look back. That image stayed in my mind for years. For a long time, we heard nothing. Days passed. Then weeks. Some people whispered that she had died. Others said the forest spirits had made her one of them. Then one morning, very early, the guards at the palace shouted. She had returned. She was thin, her skin darker from the sun, but her eyes were sharp. She didn't say much to anyone except the king and the chiefs. I was close to the palace then, running errands for one of the elders. I saw her pass by. She looked at me briefly. She didn't smile. But something in her eyes told me she had seen things no one else had. That same day, there was a meeting in the king's courtyard. The queen stood and spoke. She told us everything. The attackers were not spirits. They were people, warriors from a faraway land who had learned to use fear as a weapon. They dressed like spirits to scare us. They hid in swamps and used animal trails we didn't know. They captured her because they thought she was just another villager. But when they saw her beauty, they made her the wife of one of their leaders. She used that position to observe them, to learn how they moved, how they trained, how they planned. She watched. She listened. And when she had learned enough, she escaped. She walked for days to get back. Everyone was shocked. The truth broke the fear that had controlled us. Suddenly, we knew they were human. And humans can be defeated. The warriors used her information to plan an ambush. The next time the masked raiders came, we were ready. We didn't wait. We met them in the forest. We didn't fight like before, wild and scared. We fought with knowledge. And we won. That was the last raid. But the story doesn't end there. Because Queen Moremi had made a promise. Before she left, she had gone to the river and made a vow to the god of the river, Esemiren. She had said, if I return alive, I will give up what I love most. And what she loved most was her son. His name was Oluorogbo. A bright boy. Gentle. Always running through the palace halls. After the victory, when people were singing her praises, she was quiet. A few days later, she took the boy to the river. I followed, from a distance. Many people did. We didn't understand what was happening. She stood at the water's edge with the boy. She kissed him on the forehead. Then she let him go. He didn't cry. He trusted her. She stayed there long after he was gone. Then she let out a sound, not a scream, not a cry, something deeper. It's the sound you make when something inside you dies. The people begged her to take him back. To offer something else. But she said no. I gave my word, she said. And my word is all I have. For days, the palace was quiet. The celebration stopped. Even the children stopped playing. Something had changed. Years later, we still told the story. People came from far away to hear it. And every time I passed the river, I looked at the spot where she stood. Queen Moremi didn't just save Ile-Ife with bravery. She saved it with sacrifice. She gave up the thing she loved the most so that the rest of us could live in peace. Some people say she was a hero. Others say she was just doing what needed to be done. Me. I think she was both. Because not many people can give up everything and still stand tall.